how do you embrace your authentic self, even if it looks different from what others expect? Wow, that's interesting because I'm still challenged with allowing my complete authentic self to shine. I'm still holding back and restricting parts of it. Consciously aware though that I'm doing that, and also consciously aware that it's not right. There's aspects of our authentic self that we still have fearful insecurities that, what if it's not accepted? What if I'm disrespecting people that I love? What if? Well, what if doesn't really exist. And so, again, how do I embrace my authentic self? I go through life listening to my body. I'm very, sensitive to energy, sound, vibrations, and I consciously make an effort to make choices to embrace everything as authentically as I can at the moment that I can, right? Because everything changes.
It's very true. It's only in the past couple of years that I'm really starting to discover my authentic self and starting to understand myself a little more. And it took me a couple years to embrace like the health issues that I've had and how it's hindered my life and how my life looks very different than what I imagined it to be. Yeah, it's also a little tough because like in my family, like we're all, meant to be like strong, independent women who like do great things. And then for me, like it's been a little more tough to do that, but now I'm figuring out, just because I don't do it the same way everyone else does it, doesn't mean that what I'm doing is not great or just as meaningful. And so, coming to realize that I have my own way to share things and difference not like bad or wrong, like different is also great and different can also contribute to the world. And so I think if I continue to embrace myself in that way and embrace that I have these issues, but I can still shine and I can still share my light and still, overcome them. I think that's just a great, message to other people who may struggle as well.
I think it's a matter of checking in with yourself, getting in touch with what your values are, what's important to you. Also recognizing that it's ever changing because we're ever changing. So, finding your dharma, finding your purpose, and using that to sort of set your path as you wish. In my 30s, I felt a little bit of a light bulb going on, where I realized that I was seeking approval from others constantly. And then somewhere in my 30s, I started thinking, what about me? Like, what's important to me and where am I going? And is there a disconnection between what I'm doing and where I want to go? So that started, that awakening in my 30s for me. And then my 40s, things got a little messy, but then they got a little bit better. So in my 50s, I'm proud to be where I am right now, but I will also tell you I'm just getting started. So I think I'm redefining, what a woman in her 50s is. And this is what is important to me. And it goes back to my values. And, I like to go through life with kindness and grace. And I like to see that my path reflects, what I believe. And it's not everybody's picture, but it's my picture. I'm definitely abstract art, and I love that.
The biggest piece of living authentically is just getting to know yourself. I think so many of us go through life and we aren't taught to go inwards or to spend time alone or just to know who we are. And another piece of it is just radical self-love and self-acceptance. And that's not something that feels natural, but it's something that I think is so important because the more you do it, the more it'll feel natural and the more it'll feel authentic to you. So just, accepting yourself as it is, and it's an ever-evolving journey. We're
Always changing.
We're always changing, we're always growing, we're always learning, and it's just about really slowing down, tuning in, and checking in with yourself to live authentically.
So for me, I think it started in my late 20s. Both me and my husband were working corporate jobs. We finally decided to quit our jobs. That was when he helped me bring out my authentic self, because I thought, I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna get married, have kids, and that was it. But I wasn't happy enough with that, and actually had a lot of anxiety and panic attacks at that time, trying to, be like a big corporate power woman, I think the key was the confidence to make the shift, and then having my husband by my side and kind of encouraging me too. So just being able to put myself out there, I think that allowed me to be more authentic, and then having different goals, allowing myself to have these different goals instead of, you know, working in an office and having multiple kids and all this kind of stuff. Like, even now with the one child, I still get people asking, oh, you should have more. I'm like, you know what, I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and my life doesn't have to look like everybody else's.